Good evening. I'm Angela McCall.
And I'm Kyle Clark. A 4-year-old boy is recovering in Estes Park from an elk attack, the second such attack in a week.
Yep, 9 News reporter Lauren Scafidi was up in the area and has what officials want you to know now.
These are the signs CPW says to watch out for. They're putting them on trails with a lot of foot traffic or in cases like this. The 4-year-old was playing here near Stanley Park when CPW says the elk knocked him to the ground and stomped on him a few times. The park is closed indefinitely and you can see caution tape up, but we did still see kids playing here today. It happened yesterday. CPW says the boy was playing near some rocks and his family didn't see the elk nearby. The boy was taken to the hospital where he was treated and released. CPW says the cow elk likely saw the little boy as a threat. It's common for them to be extra protective this time of year. CPW is warning to take these signs seriously.
When you see those signs, those trail closure signs, really respect those because elk are aggressive. They are very big and very fast and they can run really fast at you. So certainly don't feel like you can just cross the trail if it's closed off. Give elk a really wide berth. Give them a lot more space than you would think because they can run so fast and they can close that gap between you and them quickly.
CPW says the elk population in Estes Park is both big and very active. Another 8-year-old girl was just attacked here last Thursday while she was riding her bike in a neighborhood. CPW asks that you pay extra attention for the next few weeks. In Estes Park, Lauren Scafidi, 9 News.
People are also dealing with aggressive moose near Winter Park. Police there put out a warning saying that moose can be dangerous if they feel threatened or cornered. Police say a few people have been hurt in the Forest Trail and Leland Creek area. They're asking folks to avoid that part of town for now. More than half of the cattle known to have been killed by wolves in Colorado since their reintroduction were on one ranch. For the first time on camera, a member of that ranching family is sharing what this year has been like for them.
9 News producer Aaron Adelson explains how wolves have affected more than just their business.
This is a very hard time for us.
One Colorado family has felt the impact of wolves this year more than any other.
It was right there.
Nellie Farrell came to their Grand County Ranch headquarters last Wednesday to check on their sheep.
I'm scared. I'm really scared.
And on the other side of this fence, she says she saw a wolf.
100%. So he's right there.
She started recording as she tried to scare it away.
I see coyotes every day, and it wasn't a coyote.
This spring, CPW says wolves have killed 6 of the Farrell's cows. The Farrells have gotten used to seeing them on the ranch, as captured on this trail camera, but they have not seen them during the day.
What do I do?
So close to their house until now.
I'm constantly on edge. I'm constantly worried. I'm constantly scared. I don't feel safe outside anymore. And that's why we live in the country, is to be outside. Is to let our kids roam free.
Since 1900 in the lower 48 states, researchers have not recorded a wolf killing a human.
The data tell us that the actual risk of wolves attacking or killing people is very low.
It doesn't make me feel any better because it's still a predator and it has attacked our cattle and it's attacked yearlings that are 600-ish pounds. My children are 3 and 5 years old. They look like prey.
She says her family should not have to live with this fear.
This year has been the most stressful year of my life. It's put stress on everything. It's a family business, so it puts stress on the people I love. My kids are scared. My daughter told me that she had a nightmare about the wolves, and that's terrible. I don't want that for my kids. I want them to feel safe. We all do.
In Grand County, Aaron Adelson, 9 News.
A Colorado Parks and Wildlife spokesperson says people have a greater chance of having a conflict with a moose, elk, or bear rather than a wolf. However, if you do see a wolf, you should do what Nellie did, which was shouting and waving to try to scare the wolf off.
Nearly 80 units at a storage facility in Arvada are damaged after a fire there this morning. This is at the Store Quest near I-70 in Wadsworth. It took hours to put out the fire and 2 firefighters were hurt in the process. Throughout the day, we found people showing up trying to figure out what had happened to the stuff they had stored there. That included a guy named Russell Bursky. He said he was storing roughly $50,000 worth of valuables, including comic collectibles and toys meant for his son. He says he and his family had plans to move into a new home soon.
Heartbroken, really. Like, I don't even care about the money spent. I just care about him thinking that he can't have his stuff anymore.
We've reached out to StoreQuest about their next steps and what it plans to do with folks who lost their things. Didn't get a response yet. All those renters should have their items covered by insurance. StoreQuest requires people to show proof of their policies before they rent. In most cases, renter's insurance or a homeowner's insurance policy will cover personal items inside a storage unit. StoreQuest also offers its own tenant policy. But today's fire is a great reminder to keep an itemized list of what you have, when you bought it, how much you paid.
It was another warm day across the Denver metro area, and it's going to be even hotter tomorrow with a shot at our first 90-degree day of the year. 90 is way too hot for some people, but I'm one of the people, I'm a fan.
Yeah, it got hot fast these last couple days, Kathy.
Yeah, it absolutely has. Kind of an early preview of summer, and summer begins on June 20th. That's when the summer solstice is and the longest day of the year in terms of daylight hours. We have a mild evening in Denver, and believe it or not, it was actually cooler today with a dry front that came in. We're still above average in the lower 80s, but we were close to 90 yesterday, and we will be moving into the 90s tomorrow, Thursday, and the warmest day looks to be Friday. But storms return by the weekend along with the cooler weather trend. It's comfortable out there, but here we are at 9:06 and it's 73 degrees in Denver and still almost 80 in southeastern Colorado. Some of you have been dealing with gusty winds along the Front Range and over the northern sections of the metro area today. Some improvement in the wind now that the sun has set. High clouds driven by those northwest winds are moving out. Our cool front is off to the east, triggering a line of storms from Minneapolis, Omaha down to Wichita. Severe weather threat does stay east and south of Colorado through the overnight hours, and temperatures stay very comfortable with clear skies. We have potentially the first 90-degree day coming up tomorrow. We're going to talk about how long that warm weather trend will last with the extended forecast in just a bit.
Two small Colorado towns will pay a woman $8.5 million after she survived getting hit by a freight train while she was handcuffed in the back of a police car. This happened back in September of 2022. A Platteville police officer pulled over Yareni Rios as part of an earlier road rage call in Fort Lupton. The officer parked his patrol car on the train tracks. Fort Lupton officer handcuffed her and put her in the back of that patrol car, and then a train slammed into it. Rios suffered serious injuries, including a skull fracture, a broken back, and a broken leg. The two officers involved were convicted of misdemeanor charges and lost their jobs. The settlement money will be paid out through the city's insurance policies.
The Colorado Republican Party is calling on people to burn all gay pride flags, proclaiming in a mass email to supporters that, quote, God hates pride. The Republican Party's message attacks so-called godless groomers, and it echoes the anti-gay slur used by Westboro Baptist Church protesters. The GOP email says God hates flags. The Colorado GOP's move toward extremism has also included a recent call for all parents to pull their children out of public schools, saying that Democrats are using schools to turn more kids trans. The head of the Log Cabin Republicans of Colorado, an LGBTQ conservatives group, called the leadership of the state Republican Party morons and said the anti-gay message was hateful. Valdemar Archuleta, who's also the Republican candidate for Congress and the safely Democratic 1st Congressional District in Denver, renounced his party's endorsement today. We spoke.
It has really bad optics. It looks bad. And my primary concern, or the thing I'm most upset about, is that this does not represent the party well.
Does it just look bad, or is it bad?
It is bad.
Archuleta told me he thought that the email was designed to get a reaction out of people more than anything, and he said that he doesn't think that state party leaders speak for most Colorado Republicans.
A man from Brooklyn was charged today in a sports betting scandal involving ex-NBA player Jontay Porter, the brother of Nuggets star Michael Porter Jr. These are the first criminal charges in the investigation that got Porter banned from the NBA earlier this year. The man is accused of conspiring to defraud a sports betting company. And while Porter is not named in this court complaint, the details match what the NBA has accused Porter of doing. Federal prosecutors declined to comment on whether Porter is under investigation.